What's going on? This is absolutely 100% positively my worst city traffic-wise. Get ready to break out the bulldozer soon, probably this weekend. But I figured, well, we got population. We may as well grind up a couple of industries. It's going to be a lot easier, I think, with people in the city before we strip it back. We're going to do a lot of bulldozing at some point. Most of it. In fact, I was going to ask chat what everybody thought about that. Like, do you bulldoze the entire city and try and reset the demand meter? Is it too risky? Do we do it like one half of the river at a time? Let it slowly balance out? Or just go for it? I mean, we can have a backup save. I think it'll recover eventually. Hopefully. Maybe not. Who knows with this game, honestly, sometimes. How is your evening? I hope you're well. We're in Riverrun, 25 tiles, remastered. New microphone setup. So do let me know if there are any issues tonight. Hopefully not. That traffic, oh my god. Okay. Well, enough basking in the glory of this terrible looking city. In-game, just game. Here we go. Make sure we get the radio muted because I got claims last time, even though it wasn't Gold FM. This traffic is so bad. Oh my god, I love it. We've just got 4-lane intersections on the highway. We're not trying to do anything fancy. In fact, I got to like 130,000 with this. I've deleted 2 huge boxy neighborhoods that I had up here in technically Garland Heights, and then another one on top of here. So we're going to bulldoze basically all of this. This is a sketch of what the city will become, with some high density randomly mixed in to get to population caps. We got to 90,000. Excuse me, hold on. Okay, so I made it to the top milestone, bought all the tiles. We've got all the things. The things we don't have, though, are the park objects. So upgrading all the different various park types. And the industries specifically. We did, in the last stream, we did a forestry build. Here we go. And not that this is a build. It burns a lot, but we unlocked all the things. And before we trim the city way back, yikes. Before we trim the city way back, don't worry about the death waves. It's fine. We're literally not even managing traffic at this point. Still just unlocking everything. What's first, I guess? We did forest, so we'll do farming next. And I wanted to build one. I wanted to build one over here. Did we already make it farmland? Technically, no. I did paint a district over here, though. We have train access. This is perfect. So we'll get all the different industry types going and then figure it out from there. Let's see, highway hookup. Here we go. We'll bring it right up to the train tracks, assuming we need to cross there. Well, let's see how big the buildings are before we get too crazy here. So farming, we need a main building. Will it fit between there? It will. And what do we have? Crop fields, fruit fields. Do we have greenhouse options on both of those? And animal pastures. So we can produce everything. We don't have to import it. What are the ratios, though? Let me see. So ideally, we want 1 medium fruit and 3 large fruit. 1 small animal pasture, 2 large. So we can't do that just yet. So we'll just get all the things going. Let's see here. If we crop this, can these be greenhouses? Because that's the only thing I really care about. Fires is far? None, but if you look over here in the forestry area, there was obviously one recently that I did not see. Got the city up to 90,000, actually 130,000. And before we bring out the bulldozer to bust everything down and rebuild it, I figured we could leverage the population to get some stuff going here. I was going to go in and check out if we can greenhouse this, because the products that we are growing are for the dispensaries downtown, and we don't want we want to keep people out, basically. Okay. So greenhouses, it is the small, was it the small crop fields? We'll do what? We'll do 4 to start. I think that should get us up in a level, but we'll see. That's nice. Did 2 of them realize that I wanted them to be greenhouse? The third one was just like, no, I'm going back to potatoes. So cities do a rager? Oh, absolutely. Hey, Adia, what is going on? You tuned in just in time for a death wave. There was a fire in the forestry, and the forestry fire brigade's source water is finally out. We're polluting a lot less. I've submerged the sewage treatment. Oh, and when we got to 90, I dropped in monuments. There's a couple of them. Where are they? Collider, Eden Project, and recycling. I may or may not keep these. I'm not going for the other ones. We've unlocked all the university buildings. I don't know if that was probably off stream, just letting it sit and run for the academic works mostly. And I'm going to use, Adia knows, University of Washington, specifically the quad with the pink trees as a kind of an inspiration here. So this whole area, this side of the highway and in between the river, is going to be the campus and all the sporting arenas, and we'll spread out a little bit, not too much more than this, but we'll fill it in with some trees and fill in the gaps. If you look at it on Google Maps, University of Washington in Seattle, there is a pretty relentless grid. It's like a peninsula, the city. It's surrounded by water on a bunch of sides. And this part is like right next to some of that water. It's nestled in the same way between the highway and the river, or whatever it technically is. Is it still the ocean in Seattle? And I'm gonna use that as inspiration for sure. Yeah, it's a nice campus, but it also, like, it does devote, like, if there's that much space for the campus, there is easily 3 times as much space for sporting arenas, and then equally as much space as the campus for parking for said sporting arenas. So, Adia Kung, how's the new mic sound? I'm using a new mic tonight. It's a dynamic, so I have to get right on top of it. If I talk off axis or if I lean away, it should get pretty quiet pretty quick. But I was trying to dial in the sound today, so let me know. 1, if I don't have good mic habits, but 2, how things sound overall. I'm interested to know. Not scorched enough? Well, we'll work on it. One of the final things that I'll be doing is planting a lot more trees to separate some of the areas. So don't worry about that. We are far from our last fire in Riverrun. If anything, we haven't had a real big one yet. We've had some good ones, but we haven't had the big one yet. One's going to catch that lights up a piece of forest at some point that is not containable for quite a while. Let's just get this hooked in the short term so we can start using it. Let me see here. We'll take a look at city services too. It's probably not a bad idea. Okay, industries. We got the crops going, quote unquote crops. Let's get some animal pastures going. We'll do 4 of these as well. I don't even know. We'll set up some warehouses to store the products. We got to get some power over here. How long can this be self-sustaining with wind power? We'll start with 2. Mike sounds good. Okay. So far, so good. Yeah, Adia, my algorithm is shot. It is throwing an awful lot of Ocean Gate stuff at me. Even some of the re-uploaded stuff. I don't know if you've seen any of that from the actual Ocean Gate channel that has since been, I think, deleted, if not at least set to private. But somebody got in there before they did and re-uploaded a bunch of their promotional videos, and it's just funny now. Have you seen the one with Macklemore going to the bottom of some lake looking for sharks? That's a pretty funny one. Okay, powered. What are they complaining about? Not enough resources? Because we don't have crops yet, right? They need crops to feed the animals. I need to hook this into the actual road, don't I? Hey, don't worry about that. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, now we technically have a working farmland, but let's get some warehouses in here to store said goods, which is what? Animal products and crops. Can we store that in there? Do we need a silo specifically for that? I guess there's one way to find out. 2 warehouses. Or I guess one. I should have set the warehouse while I was in there. Started setting your notification again. Nice. All right. Stored resources. Animal products. Okay. I will leave it on balanced for now. We might set it to... no, you know what? No, I don't want them to export anything. I want them to fill it as best they can. And then one more warehouse, please. And this one is crops. Quote unquote crops. It is... Where is it? Wait, can you not? Do you need a silo for that? That would make sense. Right? I don't see crops. Okay, well then you also are animal products set to fill. How do you like that? No specific reason. No specific reason I said crops like that. We're growing crops. They're just, you can't see them. And hopefully you can't smell them from out there. Because they have a very specific odor and they're a surprise. Mind your business. Okay. Back to what? Farming? Do we even have a silo to store stuff yet? We do. Okay, we have what? Small silos, small grain silos. 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. And we'll set it to fill, because if you have it set to balanced, once it's like 50%, it's like, oh, I will work to sell this off map, and then you don't have the goods here to produce stuff. So we'll get our chain upgraded and get a bunch of people working here. We can look at setting up a. I should run at 3 times speed. We can look at setting up. Do I not actually have this hooked into water? I do. The traffic. We'll take a tour of the traffic. It's so horrible. You should have seen it when we were at like 130,000. It was even worse. So if you were here last time, I built a giant zone up here in Garland Heights, a giant grid. Not that this isn't all grid-like. And then built another grid over here to get just tons and tons of people to do the 20,000 commercial squares. Because I didn't have some of the things unlocked. In fact, I don't have the Eiffel Tower unlocked. That is 30,000 industrial squares. And I don't think I need the Eiffel Tower that badly that I'm ever going to do that again. Or if I want it, I will just use the cheats at that point. So this is an absolute mess. We're going to bulldoze a lot of this. We're going to keep like the bones, the veins, the four lane here that comes through. This I redid. This looks a little bit better. without the traffic. This is a manual intersection. I think it's okay. It's a little bit wonky, but it's not bad on the ground. Like it doesn't seem that off if you actually drive it. Unless you drive with a donut truck and launch into the next zip code, and then it does seem a little bit off. But I think that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna have a couple different exits on the left side there. Central North, we'll put another trumpet style interchange, and then over here I'm gonna actually move this down a little bit and have this kind of hook back up into that system. So like the veins are there, but we got to update it. Lane, you think lane mathematics is gonna fix this, Patton? Hold on a second. Let's look. You ready? Somebody guess a traffic percentage. I'm gonna guess no more. If it's over 60, I'm gonna be surprised. Honestly. AC, what's going on? Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're doing damage to the city still. 70? No way. No shot. And it's not that bad. I'm guessing it's between 50 and 60%. 63. 74. You haven't seen enough of the intersections I've dropped. We're literally not even trying, Patton. Does this one have traffic lights? This one doesn't have traffic lights. Okay, a couple of them still do. Decoy, what's up? All right, so let's look. Here's an intersection for you. That's a nice one. That's a beauty. That's the dog bone from the new map pack. Still needs traffic manager. You can't fix this game logic. Like if you throw enough at it, like it's gonna break. That's what happens. No steps, figured to be fine. It's the steps that was doing all the traffic. So this is one traffic light. There's very few traffic lights. This first original intersection does help things get moving around though for fire coverage at first. But we're going to keep the Ice Cube Factory, which has its own district now, to try and remind me to build around that. We'll keep the 4-lane road coming through here. This will still be a major intersection here, but not up this way. This will only be a 3-way up here. I don't know if an alternate route into industry for the workers, maybe. We'll see. But this will kind of stay through here, and then we'll have like a 45, and then another like perpendicular section over here. We'll figure something out. I've got the ideas. We've got to zone up and get this thing going. So let's make sure this is a little upright bass jam. What is this? A little bagel. Sometimes you got to sprint. Bagel. Epidemic sound. Must protect the Ice Cube Factory at all costs. I know, right? Okay, so industries, farming, we put in the silo. Do we have any processors yet? We have a farm fence. I just had a horrible flashback. Who was with me on the map tours? And we loaded up that map that looked really cool, but all the farmland was oil and ore because it was painted. And like you couldn't farm on the actual map. I don't remember which one it was, but it looked beautiful, but it was so offensive and it just brought all his memories back to me. Okay, no processors yet. Okay. How's our zone doing? Info. We don't have enough workers. My goodness. Okay. Sorry everybody. My bad. Block number 2 of our greenhouses. We're going to need a lot of crops. Awful lot of crops. But not these kind of crops. Okay. Where is the, this is the actual district itself. We may as well just rename it. Did we name the dispensary downtown? Can't spare healthcare without THC. That should give us enough worker slots now, I would think. We're losing money on this industry. That's okay. We have 47 million in the bank. I think we're going to be all right for a bit. That's what happened with leaving it running. Literally, I haven't been fixing anything. The only thing I've done is like kept up with water and sewage and power, right? Just literally that's it. Now that we have the collider, we don't have to worry about schools, but I will build a high school, a campus. I don't know. We'll probably build 2. This is not helping our situation right now. Okay. Come on now. Okay, we got to also set up an oil and ore industry, and I think I'm going to import that stuff. Rather, because I don't have any of the cheats on, so. Amount of popped up, is it triggering? Hold on a second, AC. Wait a minute. What is my Gmail at right now? Anybody want to guess what my Gmail's at for unopened messages? It's over 100,000. I don't know. Okay, we got flour mill, bakery, farm workers barracks, cattle shed, small barn. So we can get a bunch of stuff going in here. No, it's over 100. It's over 100,000, Kung. It might be close to 2 now, somewhere in there. It's like an original Gmail when you needed invites. Oh yeah, way over 100,000. It's an original Gmail account from when you needed invites, and I've used it to register for accounts for 24 years. It gets it gets spam even through Gmail. It's just like a bunch of reminders for hundreds of websites I've signed up over the years that want to do business again. Yeah, it's like I use email. That email is for resetting passwords. That's it. That's it. Don't try and contact me. Don't send me anything. I'm not going to open it. I'm not a fool. I'm not falling for your spam. Okay, what do we get? We got some barracks. How big? These are 2. These are tiny. These are so tiny. I think they're 2. So if we do that, does that get around there? It does. Okay. Can we do 2 on that block is the question. How many units was that? 4, 8? Oh, can we? Can we really cram this in here? Yup. Okay. Welcome to the neighborhood, guys. Okay, so what can we do? We can do up to 20 of these for 5% efficiency apiece. So that's here. Let's see here. So we want the road in the middle. And then we'll just do 2 more pairs facing each other. Get all your bills by email? You don't auto pay them? Into double digits. Oh my God. Phew. Yeah, they process methane. Okay, so we got doubled up on the barracks. What do we have? Flour mill takes crops and makes flour. How many of these do we need for final production? Did I shut that tab? No, I didn't. Okay. 2 flour mills. So we'll just put 2 flour mills in now. They do pollute, so we'll throw them down here by the warehouses for now. Then again, we've got Eden Project, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. Can we store flour in the this is just another way to do animal? Okay. Barn for storing crops. We already got that covered. Do we not? Did we not set these to crops? No, animal products. These are crops. Oh, so we can do that instead of 5 different silos. That's nice. We'll set them to fill. Again, if we set them to fill, they prioritize keeping these full for local production rather than exporting the goods to sell out of your city, creating traffic in the process, which is just kind of stupid on so many levels. So we did 2 flour mills. Okay. And then wait, do we do storage for said flour? Not yet. Right? Or did we? That's crops. This is crops. Hang on. Can we warehouse flour? Quote unquote, air quotes around flour. This is the Los Pollos Hermanos facility. Flour, yeah. Flour and dry cleaning. If you don't have a warrant, don't ask any questions. Well, I could have changed. You change the type, you think? I could change the type before it fills up. That is financial. What is this? Small warehouse? I'll move these around. I'll configure these around. We'll do a pair of small warehouses. Fill with flour. We'll put the methylamine in here. Okay. Let's do a quick check. We've got to have the workers. We have 360 of 350. What? Where is everybody? Come work here, please. Are those processors in the zone? They are. We should bring in, we should put a train station over here. I think we'll put the ore industry up in the hills up here, and then where with the oil? We could put the oil over this way, like way off to the side of the city. We have our pollution over here. Not that it's bad, because these already, I think, reduce 85%, and then Green Cities on top of it, or the Eden Project on top of it, I think pretty much negates it. We had an orange. Holy! How's that trigger UAC? Holy! We got a fire down there, but that's hardly the problem right now. I like to not cheat in that the non-renewable ones I will import. I'll set up to import. We could put, just for decoration, like a drilling rig out there near the water somewhere if we wanted to do that. I don't know how realistic it is drilling a river though. Probably not. That's a pretty good death wave right now. Oh, I forgot I don't know if we'll still see it. We probably won't still see it. Info views. Statistics, population. Oh, you can wait. Yes, you can see it. Okay. Look around 2044. So look at everything going up. Find 2044 on the bottom axis. And look up there. And look at the journey to it. Like, okay, a little bit of a death wave around 2036. A tiny little death wave around 2041. And then I'm trying to get to 90,000. I got to 89,900 and then lost 24,000 people. I was less than 100 away from the milestone and lost 24,000 people in a death wave. What was I thinking? I was so excited watching it. Warren, what's up? Welcome back. There's a lot of recent streams if you want to go back and catch up. There's definitely been some cities, some experiments with sewage and helicopter depots. Incinerators around your city? Wait, you want incinerators to solve this problem, AC? You think this is a processing issue? Actually, you know what? I am a little bit low on crematoriums. Never mind. Okay, lemonade factory, milking parlor, medium crop, medium fruit. I don't think we need the mediums. We'll just keep grinding. We'll put more fields in if we need to. But my God. That's not good. Body incinerators. Just throw them into regular incinerators at this point. Oh, man. That is an impressive collection, huh? So this is Riverrun. We're working on the healthcare farmlands here. Just do it. Just do what? Wait, what do you want me to do? How do you want me to fix this? You think a couple of crematoriums gonna fix this? Not gonna fix this. Unless I replace every skull house with a crematorium. You just gotta give it time. It's all right. Look, we look at the economy. We look at the budget. Garbage and healthcare, they're all the way up. I can't do anything about it. It is what it is. It'll fix itself. You gotta be patient. You gotta ride the wave. Ride the wave. Did I mention RFK is the health secretary now? Okay. There's no way we have enough employees over here. We have to expand this greatly. 32 of 100 workers here at the main. But what do we need? We are at 414 of 550 that we need. So let's throw in, I guess we'll throw in some of the bigger buildings now just because we can. What is this, a medium crop field? Can we also make these greenhouses? Only if we can make them greenhouses. All the workers are dead. Okay, yes, we can do different formatted greenhouses. Perfect. So, why don't you remember what I want to do? That would be nice if you remembered. Just took you a second to remember. And the last one's like, nope, sorry. Used up your memory. Okay, so we got that. We may as well build a couple more. How many more streets of barracks can we get in? We'll make things more efficient and we'll give worker slots. So that's 2. That's another 2. Can we get? Yeah, I think we can, right? We can fill this. Okay, so barracks. I was playing with the controller a little close to the mic there. I don't know if it was picking it up. Again, we're testing a new dynamic mic. Usually I'm on a condenser. I'm in a pretty well-treated room. This should reject, I don't know, things like clicking if I'm not doing it right in front of the microphone. Keyboard sounds, background noise, that sort of stuff. Not that I needed it, but Windows 11 has been horrible with virtual audio, and I do a lot of complex audio routing. Windows 10 it worked great. Windows 11 it does not. So I switched to a USB mic, which has been my fallback. Nothing aggressive. Okay. I was literally I don't have my lights on, but like I'm here with the microphone, and it's right here next to. I'm like leaning back with it on my stomach, like clicking it in the mic, basically. Okay, so we got a bunch of barrack spots. Let's see, roads. We'll at least round out this block. We'll come in behind the greenhouses. Again, this is not design, everybody. This is just to level up the zone. Please, please. We're gonna tear up and redesign a lot of this stuff. In fact, Adia, maybe there'll even be room for a trade school. You never know. You can only have so many. There'll be University of Riverrun and Riverrun University. Where? This one. One more? Look at that. It's like it's built perfectly to be there and not remember that I wanted a greenhouse. Come on, game. Okay, we'll check out our employee counts. Oh, we need garbage service over here. Okay, you want garbage service? You get garbage service. Your own private recycling plant. Where was that? That was right next to roads. I went the long way around. All right. Oh, we need to water the recycling plant and power it, I guess. That's bogus. Body incinerators also for electricity. Okay, double checking. Where are we at? We added space for 1,200 workers, so that should fill up, you would think. We'll see. I could do that, Kung, but I'm not going to. All right. Are they all Highland cows? My wife would be happy. Oh my God, it smells so horrific down here. Oh my God. What did you cows eat? Oh my God, what are we feeding you? Are these air conditioning units? Why are these out here in the field? And how does it smell this thick with this mask on? Oh my God. Oh, they're gigantic. Are they that big? Do they stand over 6 feet? They're huge. All right, slow down, guys. Well, you're going way too fast. I'm sorry. Like, okay. A cow can smell just fine. Have you been around? My wife went to school for therapeutic riding, and I've been to the campus where they did all the farm work, and the facility where they process all the manure. That does not smell good. I'm sorry. So yeah, what a cow or two can smell fine. This many of them are responsible for all of the death that you see here. Did it get worse? Is it worse than when we were over here last? It might have got worse. I don't know. There's 2 crematoriums for every cemetery. It should be fine. We're down to 89,000. We were at were we at like 110 at the start of the episode? Hold on a second. Holy sh! Look at that! Look at that drop! Look at that population change! Oh my God. That's rough. That is rough. You know what the important thing is, though? There you go. City Treasury. That nosedive is bad. Yeah, we were at like 111,000, something like that at the start of the episode. This is why the bodies aren't getting picked up, by the way. This is what happens when your city eats too much cholesterol. Or more importantly, this is what happens when you literally do not try with your intersections at all. We'll get there. We're getting there. We gotta upgrade all these zones first. So wait, how many worker slots are there? Is it because everybody? This is because everybody's dying. This is problematic. We gotta get through this one. Maybe we do drop in a few more crematoriums. May not be a bad idea. They're sprinkled everywhere around the city, though, as you can see. It's not availability. Like, look at every pocket of death. Almost every single one of them has a crematorium in it. This isn't staying up here, but whatever. I mean, it's not for lack of availability. But we really need everybody to stop dying so that they can come work the farms, please. I wonder if they'd come work more if they had like a train route to get here instead of having to sit in that traffic. We have space for 1,200 workers. I honestly think it's just a waiting game. We gotta wait for that number to stop dropping by 500, 600. Just hemorrhaging people. This is like 24,000. This is a big death wave. Okay, come on now. Come on now, city. Stop dying, city. Jesus. It's so bad. We got profits to make. I mean, somehow the city is still profitable even with all this death. That's nice, I guess. One positive. I say that it's creeping back down to zero. Hasn't been there. It was like when I was like around 130,000 not caring about traffic and having dealt with that like 20,000+ death wave. I think we're coming out of this one. I don't want to jinx it, but the budget was hitting like 90s, 100K, and I didn't really do much. We had the tree industry and the furniture factory set to 150%. We have the baseball stadium and a university, and that was about it. I think the university was doing some numbers, if I remember. It probably doesn't help that everybody just died. We've got a decent number of students, but like you can see, like tuition fees are 94,000 to the 48,000 expense. So like, there's a good chunk of money coming in from the university. It's going to be even better once we got, well, the sports going. We'll get the pink trees and the quad going. Okay, no, we're back up to 500 people dying every second. Come on now. Does anyone want to come work at the farm? We lost workers. We were over 400. Come on now. Come on now. This helps the traffic problem, though. That's good. Once the bodies get picked up, there's a lot less people on the road. Okay, come on now. Let's get back in the green. Let's get back in the green. Back in the green. Back in the green. Stay in. Keep going. No. No, wrong way. Yeah. No. Bad city. Bad city. Oh. Why? Come on, city. Other way, please. Why? And we're flooding now? What's going on? Come on, come on. That water won't drain for a bit, but that's okay. See, it's settling down. Like, to look at that and think that that's good is saying something, but you were here 3 minutes ago. Nothing's burning yet, which is good. Speaking of, where's the little fire department? Little police department too. Good luck, guys. We may as well while we wait. Where is train stations? Cargo train? Must be placed by roadside. Why am I going there? No, trains. We were on it. Curved from here. Like that. God, I hate that. Okay, straight tool into here. That bends that in a little bit. And now we can delete that segment. Such a pain in the butt. And can we do that? Oh, I didn't leave enough room to do it one more time, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, whatever. That's fine. We'll change that around later. There's a bypass and a cargo now. That'll make this area more appealing. I don't know to who, but in my brain, the Sims like it more now. And that's good enough for me. It makes me feel good about it. How are they feeling about it? I'm gonna turn around. Get ready. There's gonna be less, but there might still be a lot of death. Trigger warning. Okay. We're doing better. Population. I was gonna say population's going back up, and then it slaps me in the face with a -2. 334, 550. It is a waiting game. Also, there's literally no way to get over here. What do you think a single metro station would make people interested in coming to work over here? It's one way to find out. One way to find out. Where's our other metro station? Right here. Right here. Right here. Okay, so, you ready for this metro track? There we go. Metro line A, B, C. Easy. That's how you metro. That's how you metro right there. Hold on. And detailed. Come see the bounty house. Goo goo gaga, kids. See the bouncy house and get to work on the farm. Shut up. Scoop the cow poop, kids. You can use the bouncy castle on break. By the way, there's no brakes. There we go. Hey, traffic. What the shit? What if we gave them a way to loop around, like, directly in front of the station? Like, right here. Actually, will they just turn around like that? Because the only traffic that should be going down the street is, Oh, now they'll just go straight out? Why didn't you do that before, you idiots? Now you can turn left because there's an intersection across the way? That doesn't make any sense. That tree will sell the metro. I appreciate it. Dia and AC are fans of the tree. Milestones, we unlocked the tree. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this is. This is there for 2 passengers. Oh, 3. 3 passengers in suits coming to work on the farm. But look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Who wouldn't want to come work on the farm with no brakes, riding, and people? Apparently, there's a little girl that works the farm just went home. Why is she over here? Like, what would? Oh, she's at the bouncy house, of course. Somebody rode all the way out here to do the bouncy house. Okay, what do you mean I need garbage pickup? Like, literally, drop it off yourself, you lazy. Okay, I'm gonna try not to get angry at them. 360, we're losing people still. We put up the most beautiful metro you've ever seen. And we're losing people? Do I need to put the bounty house on the other side of the... No! Did you see that? Did you see that truck? What are they doing? What the hell are they doing? Oh my God. That is a violent turnaround motion. Okay, seriously, why do we... Hold on a second. Policies. The new technologies alter the nature of industry and workforce. All industrial workplaces are for well and highly educated citizens. Is this not the case right now? It is not the case right now. And we have the Collider and a university, a renowned, acclaimed, university. So we need to do this. Again, they're complaining about garbage. Like, seriously, get lost. There's an insane number of worker slots. Oh, that's that one building. Okay, this is the entire... Does that policy not affect industries? Didn't that policy come with industries? Wasn't that part of the free update around industries? Industry 4.0. The new technologies alter the nature of the industrial workforce. All industrial workplaces are for well and highly educated citizens. Increased production output by 50%, reduces workplaces by 30% for zoned industry. That sounds like that is separate. Am I wrong? I'm glad I didn't try and do this with a much smaller city. I don't know. There's no demand right now. We are, I guess, slowly increasing. Like everybody probably had a job already, right? And then 30,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town. 30,000, 50,000. How many is it? Was it Pripyat? Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Traffic is bad. Look at the traffic over here. Look at this. These are all the workers trying to get here. Oh God, there's a traffic light here. That's even worse. That's even worse. Holy cow. Okay, well, where are traffic lights where they don't need to be? All over the city, most likely. This sounds like Anomaly. I know it's not on Epidemic. Bagel and Joby, okay. Okay. I like to ignore just the landscaping, the little overpass, or I should say the underpass under here going into the university. I gotta do some landscaping around those buildings. The whole thing's gonna get torn down, removed, replaced, reorganized. This is a default OG original game, Cloverleaf. Yeah, the workers are 10 years late to work. They died in their cars in this traffic, trying to move into the city in the first place. Come on, 309 for real? Like, what is going on here? Take the T in, for crying out loud. Okay, we're adding a third stop. We're adding a suburban stop. Where's the station? We're not even we're adding a separate line. From here to here. To here, they can transfer. Now there's so many people are gonna come work here now because it's so much easier to get to. Actually, so many more people are gonna come to the frickin' bouncy castles. What's gonna happen? Look at all the tourist park over here. 46 tourists last week. Okay, or 46 visitors. Sorry, I bet that number goes way up. Let's see. Are they going to work or are they going to the bouncy castle? Free public transport? That's not bad. Oh, the traffic's awful, Wanderer. What was it at 60%? 59. Whoo! Look at these intersections. They're just 4-lane running into the highway. Ooh, that one's got traffic lights too. Oh. It's so bad. I can't wait to rip the whole thing down. I was really hoping to quickly knock out these, but maybe I need to look at where I'm placing them. Yeah, I know. I like literally. I mean, this is what I'm doing with the highway intersections. Like I'm building the farmland tonight. I put a 4-lane into both sides of the highway. Like we're honestly not trying for traffic yet. I'm just kind of surprised that there's so few workers making their way over here. 316. Come on. We're producing all the goods too. So like at least production is not an issue. We got people moving back in, but they just like they don't want to come all the way over here for work, and I don't blame them. But that's okay. That's why we have all these close spots for the workers to live. I wonder how they're gonna like the noise over here. That's not too bad. The greenhouses are pretty quiet. There we go. Apartments moving in. That'll take care of it because they'll want to work nearby, right? Who wouldn't want to work nearby? Who wouldn't want to live across the street in an apartment from a gigantic field of Highland cows just pooping all over the place? Okay, we've got residents. Now, get to work at the farm. Surely that will appease people to work closer, right? No, we're still somehow losing people. 314, come on. Maybe we just bring out the bulldozer tonight. I really want to unlock all the factories because I wanted that to be like a good source of... I wanted this to be our industrial instead of zoned industry, honestly. Trailer park TLC? I mean, that's a very Americanized concept. I really want a fall trees DLC. That is like an instant take my money, please. They are using that street for turnaround now. So for like 30 seconds, they were just turning left out of the parking lot. And now they're like, no, I'm going to go across the street and create a line of traffic. And then some people are, no, I'm going to turn around in the farmland. That's fine for me. So that inconsistency in the traffic calculation, I'd like to talk to somebody about. Isn't there countryside assets? There is. There is. Should we have looked at those for residents over here? We'll look at it. We need lots of people over here right now. 324. Okay. Let's add another residential block over here. So we can keep bolting these on. See, they don't got to worry about traffic. It's a beautiful thing. I'm hoping with this, between this and the overall population recovery, seen some abandoned industry here and there. We don't have enough workers. So like that's causing a problem all over the city from the huge death wave that we had. So until that totally balances out, why is the river changing that much? We are prestigious. Are we not acclaimed anymore? Do we lose something? Or is prestigious the top tier? And we're maintaining it. Okay. Campus attractiveness. We've got the students. We've got the academic works. We're doing good there. Okay. Stop complaining about trash, for real. You are one of the closest buildings to a processing facility. I can't make it any better for you. Okay, so up here will probably be ore. I'm not going to try and do a bunch of these at once. And I think we can oil here. Is that... I think we'll oil there. We'll move the dirty industry over this way. We just won a game of something. I think. Where did that radiate out from? We don't have any sports facilities over here, do we? No. So yeah, I think this weekend, Saturday, Friday or Saturday, I'm not sure which, we're gonna break out the bulldozer and gut this entire side of the river. We'll leave this for after, like this will be a separate rebuild, but we'll rebuild all the residential Friday or Saturday this week, and then slowly start moving people back in. It may really be out of balance and out of whack, but like I'm pretty committed to where I want residence versus commercial, and then we can eat up some space with some park objects, a high school and elementary campus of some sort, maybe a little bus hub. I don't know. We won't go too crazy on the suburb side, and I'm gonna way back down what's happening over here across the river. I haven't entirely decided what goes in this square by the water. Maybe some like a specific asset type, like the walls or the emerging downtown. I don't know. I don't think the emerging downtown would look good on the coast necessarily. And then we'll do some kind of larger residential, but nowhere near this big. We'll do like a central park somewhere around here. We'll have it drop off and do some terrain around the edge of the city. A fishing industry, we could. I forget what this map has. I think it has everything. It has a little bit of everything we could touch on. So there's certainly lots of salmon and tuna that we can fish along the way. And then there is a bit of anchovy and shellfish down here in this bay where all the sewage is. Wouldn't worry about that. It's totally fine. I like this. This is very early 90s woo. Okay, 395. We are going in the right direction, and we've got enough units for days, so come on now. Apartment buildings. Do you want to move to these beautiful new apartment buildings to work at a farm right nearby? Such a quick commute. Nothing else nearby, but that's okay because we need you at the farm about 80 to 90 hours a week. Add 81 tiles. Yeah, I mean, it can get glitchy already with 25. You know what? Like, I'd settle for new maps. Some of the there's a good number of maps that were incredibly frustrating because even with 25 tiles, like there's something really stupid right off the edge of the map. And it would be nice if the map editor was a little better, or if we could share things with the map editor. That would be awesome. This is so stupid with like look at what am I doing? Are we at 3 times speed? We are. Like, look at this zone that we did tonight. I mean, it's fair because last stream there was a forestry industry with a giant sewage hole next to the helicopter depot, so it could scoop up sewage to put out the fires of all the trees. So this actually seems kind of tame in comparison. But we're unlocking stuff. That's the important thing. Where's a better spot in the highway for our next build? Like over here should be okay, right? Because the highway... Nope, never mind. I was going to say over here traffic's much better, right? But it is not. We could maybe do... Nope, we can't do over here. Up this way off the edge of the map. We'll We do some fishing up there. Ooh, look at all the shellfish and anchovies in Dolphin Lake. So maybe I will upgrade it off here, off to the side somewhere where the highway's not so bad, and we'll break it all over again. So if I think, and somebody please remind me if I'm forgetting anything. Like if we upgrade, we already have forestry. We're working on farming. If I upgrade an ore and oil industry, we'll be able to have all the individual processors and unique factory buildings. And I think it would be really nice to put a lot of these factories together. What do we need plastics for this? Do we not? Crops, flour, and animal products? Oh, okay. Bakery. Bakeries in. Lemonade factory, we need glass, right? Oh, printing press, we need plastics and paper. Paper we have. And then this we need crops and glass for lemonade. Soft paper factory. Plastics, petroleum. And this is plastics. I don't know what the second thing is. Glass and timber. Is it oil? What's the second icon there? Anybody know? The black diamond. I guess I could probably go look over here, right? It's one of the processors. That creates petroleum. Is that an ore? An ore processor? Metal would make sense. Metals. Good call, Warren. So like I'd like to get all those going just so like that becomes our industry and we have those factories in town instead of, well, we have the ice cube factory, of course, but we'll have predominantly factories eating up the landscape, which I think is ultimately less traffic per building square than all these other industries having their own trucks coming and going from this private business, you know? We don't have enough power over here because we're on a self-sufficient grid. We'll get out in front of it. We'll just get out in front of it so we don't have to worry about it for a bit. Could just hook it in, but that would be too easy. These giant apartment buildings are so stupid next to the farm. It's awesome. I love it. Okay, where are we? 439 to 550. Come on. I hope we can do this. I'd like to knock this one out. If they're too slow of a climb, like we'll bring out the bulldozers this weekend either way. We don't have to have all the factories. It would be nice though. And I think it's just gonna be a lot easier here than at like 50, 60,000. What looks like a good city, but like size wise doesn't scale as well. This does not look like a city of 100,000 people. I think I remember, Warren, are you still in the same spot? Because I think I know where you're at, which is about 100,000 people. And there's no way it looks like this. It does not look like this. Endless skyscrapers. crazy. It's a lot more than 100,000 people. We just flew by that one street. No, come on now. Come on now.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Got that right, Elmo. The other fire truck just took off. It's like, I'm done. I talk about it all the time. It bugs me so much. Like, the building next door is on fire, guys. Come on now. Come on. How's our farmland? Come on now. 497. Watch pot never boils. Eventually. I'm not disappointed in the mic. I am disappointed in the shock mount. The shock mount on the Audio Technica was amazing. This one, if I grab the mic arm, like you can hear it. I mean, I don't know if you hear, I'm assuming you hear it. It's a pretty good thunk. So I have to be very gentle if I move it around. Not that you shouldn't be in the first place, but I got a cheaper mic arm because I had a killer shock mount on the last one. It didn't matter as much. But that's okay. I don't move the mic around that much. I mean, I'm an amateur. What do you want? The mic worked tonight. That's the thing. Improvements all the time. 520, 519. Come on. Every time I open my mouth, we lose people. We're up to 98,000. So we got like another 10,000 to go before we death wave, at least, I would hope. Can hear the thud, but it isn't the worst. Yeah, it comes with a shock mount. Where are we here? My lights are off. So it comes with a bit of a shock mount. It's XLR and USB-C. You've got a headphone and separate volume if you wanted to use headphones out of it. I know some creators do. It's not my thing. I still run that separately. But yeah, any touch to it, like it is technically suspended in there on these little strings, but it's still it transfers enough of the sound, unfortunately. So what can you do? Sit in the dark and cry. God, it's sad. It's so sad. 541. 9 more to go. Come on, people. Look at all this apartment space. You could live on the farm. This is the quickest commute you've ever had. You can smell the cow pies the second you walk out the door in the morning, huh? I'm sorry, I don't know what that was. I have no idea what that was. We've unlocked a clothing factory, farm maintenance building, large barn, and a slaughterhouse. So let's drop a couple things in. We have enough worker slots. It's not like we need to. We just want to make sure we're doing all the processing that we can do. So is there anything, like I think we can get the large plots next, and then we'll balance out our production. These are different size animal pastures. We're making flowers, so we're good there. Those make animal products. That stores. Do we have large barns before or small barns? We'll look at the storage buildings. So what did we unlock? Did we unlock all factory stuff, basically? We unlocked the clothing factory. We still need plastics for that, unfortunately. So we got to get that going. And the metals. Okay. Let's see. Is it just a waiting game? It might just be a waiting game. We're pretty close on units. And we've got enough spaces. 1,200 worker spaces. We need 800. There's going to be 400 empty slots. Like, that should be enough. I kind of just got to hang and find out if this is going to happen. This is our goal right now. All right, so let's chat because we're hanging out here for a minute. Definitely bringing out the bulldozer this weekend. I'm excited. I don't think I've like completely gutted a city and done like almost a creative type layout. I mean, I have in a creative mode, but I don't think I've done it like in a build that I've shared. And we have $49 million in the bank right now because we've invested almost nothing in our city except the most basic necessities. And now everybody is extremely educated. So we can do lots of office jobs if we want. We can set the industry to 4.0. Gutting a city scary for you? I mean, have you seen this city? Not gutting it is scary. Should we leave it like this, AC? Look at the traffic, the high density right next to the low density commercial next to the low density residential. Not gutting it is the scary part at this point. Oh yeah, this city needs a gutting bad. This is I wonder, like, I do wonder, like, you know, there's a consistent 20 to 30 of you watching cities recently, and I appreciate that. It's a lot for me on live. Like, I've been doing this for a bit. I'm not producing content. Like, I'm definitely not complaining in that regard. I think it's great. I do wonder though, how many people drop in, see this, and they're like, oh my God, this guy's an idiot. Like, what is he doing? Like, build hasn't even started yet. Literally hasn't even started yet. And I'm doing this so bad on purpose. Like, this is remarkably bad. And this city still functions. Like, it got to 130. We had a huge death wave. We're back up to 102. And like, I put almost no thought into the city. It's great. But there's little bits shining through, right? Like a competent intersection. We've got all the things unlocked. We just need to redo the farmland. Do we have another fire up here recently? No, we're good. We've unlocked all of the university stuff. That's going to be another part of the build. But we just haven't come back to finalize anything yet. We're unlocking all the pieces. The traffic. We're unlocking all the pieces so that we can put it back all together later. I feel like I'm mush mouthing tonight. Hopefully not a stroke. Okay, alphabet backwards. Ready? ZYX WVUT SRQ PON MLK JIHG FED CBA. We're good. Everything's good. All right. 129,000 of 135,000. 108 workers to go. Come on, we got this. We got this, and then we've got a fully upgraded farm. Get going on ore and oil next. And then by the time I start one of those, I'm sure the city will have another death wave. Yeah, prep phase. It really is. We've built a farmland with a bunch of residential zoning around it. It worked, though. It worked. Guess what we're doing with the oil industry? Horribly, the most polluting buildings in the entire game, and we're going to put Green Cities apartments next to them. It's the juxtaposition. The irony of the statement itself is the art. Are trains stopping? They're not stopping at the... Okay, no, they're actually okay. They were actually in line. All right. I didn't know if anyone was bypassing them. Hopefully. I wonder where they're off to. Okay, come on now. Just so we can be here and officially sign off on it. We will have fully upgrade the farm tonight. Start to finish. $744. Do we add more spots? How many what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. We can put 4 more. 4 more barracks, I do believe. So we'll go right next to either side of the metro and the bouncy castle. How's the bouncy castle doing? How's the metro doing? Hold on a second. Metro lines, details. Which one's the gray line? Moving the people from the suburbs to the downtown's the popular one. Go figure. Large animal pasture, food factory, large crop field, large fruit field. Okay, so we can balance out that farm when we want. Do we turn it off since we've unlocked everything technically to move as many people over as possible, or just let it do its thing? We just let it do its thing. It's part of the profit engine. It's part of the traffic. Welcome to the city. Never mind. Why are there more adults and kids at the bouncy house? I'm sorry. Have you not been in a bouncy house as an adult? Because they're fucking awesome. I don't know. That's a pretty good reason for me. Is this dab? Are they dabbing? Are you voguing? Or you're dabbing? Okay, anyways, here we go. I can't actually go in it? This is baloney. I guess I'd be jumping through the ceiling if I was. The roof is particularly bouncy for a bouncy house. You guys got anything I can jump on over here? Like your heads? Okay. Sorry. Oh, I want to drive it. Let me drive it. Let me pretend to drive it. Ready? Nope. Gonna get a little bit forward. Right there. Oh, no, you took my car. You took my chair car. Shirk. Okay. Farming industry. Sussed. I guess ore up in the mountains makes sense. So let's see if we can snag the old intersection I made. Where are the 2 nodes that are together? Probably that one. That could work too. Maybe that was it. We'll go up to there for now. We're gonna move it anyways. Back into here. Intersections. Remove the traffic light from the highway. We're good. Intersections set. And then industry. Oh, we almost could actually. I mean, it would make sense to build the ore up here, wouldn't it? Is there a big? There is a bigger brush. Okay, so we'll just do this. We'll come way down the mountain, so we don't have to do all our processing up in the hills. And we'll I'm gonna do that only. I'm gonna do that only because we can build. We can build, but turn off whatever the extractors are. We will just import it because it's a non-renewable. Because I don't want to come back here in 10 minutes and be like, oh, we're out of ore. That's fun. So, ore industry we want. And what does that unlock for us? I clicked out of it so quick. So a small ore mine. What does that give us technically? Raw material ore. And then this lets us do metals right away. Okay. Here, we'll throw this across the street for now. And then this is storage for the ore, so let's do 2 storage. And that is automatically set to raw ore, I believe. Yeah, okay. So, and we're going to fill these again so that they don't export goods. We want them to prioritize holding on to it for our production purposes. Just seeing you run the 4-lane through the highway is horrifying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I bet there are a lot of people that have tuned in and just like have seen that and absolutely shied away from the stream. And hopefully they will be back when I start actually building the city. But this is like, I've done this so many times, right? This is the consequence of playing not cheated, right? Like I want to unlock everything legit. You can see where the you can see where the old grid system was. This is where my one of my neighborhoods used to be. And then of course we could, where's the city? We could do our own power up here, which we'll probably do at some point. Windmills up here would look the part for sure. Or maybe even geothermal as part of the build out here. But anyways, okay, these are set to store ore. We should do 4 of these because we're not going to have any processing buildings. This is I'm completely in the wrong tab. I'm like, why am I not seeing? Because we're in power plants. We'll do 4 of these back to back, or like that, if you will. Before they complain, because they're going to complain. There's a recycling plant, and there is a way to turn around without having to go all the way to the end of the street. Although I'm going to make you go all the way to the end of this street, which is almost as far. So good luck with that. Plus the traffic lights. So for storage, and we can make metals already. I'm going to do 2 of these, right? This is the metals one. I'm going to do 2 of these. And again, let's build a road back here so that we don't have to go too far for processing purposes. We'll just give ourselves lots of space because some of these buildings get a little big. That is everything here though, right? Because I'm not going to mine my own ore. Like I said, we'll put some of those in after. This is the raw ore storage. And then the only processing we're doing right now is into metal. So warehouses. And what do? We'll do a metals warehouse for now. Set to fill. And over here we'll do, what is the other one? I always skip out of the menu. Not metals, but ore. Is just raw ore, or is there a, no, we're storing that in the thing. Never mind. So two metals for now. Because those are getting imported and stored in the sand storage. Okay. So that is going, we're making metal. How are we doing for the first level though? We need so we only have 135 slots. We need 150. So since we're not doing any, let's see, how many would these employ? Does it say? Okay, well, let's see here. What if we get one? Whoops. Those are big boys. We'll do that for the time being. I guess we could give them some water if they're going to complain. Good seeing you again, Warren. Definitely check back. There'll be more lives. Try to do lots of Friday, Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern, and then other random nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. Have a good shift. Good luck. So that's 4 more. Do we make a bunch more metal too while we're at it? Just because? Because we can always balance it out later. Let's make sure it's all in the zone. For sure it is. Okay. Let's see. We have space for 225. I don't feel like there's a lot of worker spaces, but we'll add a ton of barracks. And we will do whatever next processor. Let's do... Here, which way are those facing? Those are facing that way, so we could always do a block of those. I could move those down. Probably get... Actually, let's see. Can we do this? Move to there. Can we do that and that? And then can we move... Can I move these when they're full? Oh. No, okay. $225. I mean, like, I think we need more than that to fill. I'll just make how much did the here? I'm just gonna fill the block with metal processors in hopes. Whatever we can cram in here. Here, this isn't saving us a lot of space, so we'll do that. We'll move this over. Right there. And then if we move these, can we get 4 of these on the block? That'll only move over 1 square. I don't think that's enough, right? It's still going to be 1 square off. Ugh. It's still 1 square off. But how do the warehouses fit next to that? Whatever. It's annoying either way. Okay, well, we got to have enough space now for the workers. Where are we at? 315. Okay, so 1. Okay, we got it. We got this here. I'm going to slowly turn around and look at the city. And there's not going to be any giant death waves or fires. We're doing pretty good. Right? We're doing pretty good. All right. Hey. Okay. Back to the oil business. Or business. 3 out of 4, huh? We're getting there. I'm excited. We're close. We're on the cusp of breaking out the bulldozer and I think making something really good and remastered. I enjoyed Meander, but it wasn't it wasn't one cohesive build. And I think if I have $50 million in the bank and an empty slate, an idea that I've already sketched out, I think we can make it look pretty good. The problem is, like, you move in a little piece, then you do a thing over here, then you make space for that, and like it never all is part of one idea. At least it never is for me. I don't know. The only creator I consistently watch is Egg. And I'm jealous that he just like lays down, like, here's a place and I'm just gonna lay it down perfect the first time. You know, and I know there's edits and planning and all sorts of things, but like, I mean, he does it on live streams too, and it's like, you just got a natural knack for it. Not here though. It's not what we do. We put out fires with sewage over here. Because there's so many fires. It's not like we had a choice. The river's really far away, okay? Give me a break. $149 of 150 workers. Come on. There we go. Did we hit the level? No. Is it still a processing thing to get that next level? Okay, produce units, yes. Okay. Brute force and bulldoze, exactly. Yeah. Can we, okay, we got time. We're letting this thing level up. Let's talk about some of the console frustrations still to this day. Okay? Let me talk about one of the stupidest ones. I'm heading for it as soon as you know. I mean, go ahead and type it in chat, but you'll know when I'm going there. Look at these beautiful trees. See that beautiful tree? Sometimes there's different size versions of it. Notice any similarities? That it never, ever, 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 ever rotates? And there's no way to rotate it. Because the button that would otherwise rotate props changes the size of the brush. Because nobody that works on this game on console plays this game on console. Because it's obvious. Because you're like, dude, does putting in trees work? Sure works, boss. Okay, next thing. Like, well, no, maybe like random rotation at least, if not controlled rotation. But like, check this out. Like let me go into a park bench. I can put one that rotation. I can put one that rotation. I can put one like, I can build a hexagon, a decahedron. I don't know. Like, how many sides do you want is my point. You can have as many sides as you want. I could do that with a bench, but we can't do that with trees. Every single tree is a different size potentially. That's like, it's nice to have that variation, but you have to be come on. Let me complete my geometric shape. Come on, game. You were saying something about the overlap idea? So there we go. Like, we could do that with benches, but not with trees. If we put a tree in the middle, that'd be great. That's too much, right? Never. Can't put a tree in the middle. No, that's asking too much. Because that definitely would collide with the benches. It's a shame. Okay, come on. Oh, these are going to be tough to delete, huh? Okay. So that's a frustrating one. That's frustrating for sure. Like, what? How is that overlooked? I complained about that, like, so early on, too. Like, it's frustrating to know that, like, somebody heard it and just like, it doesn't really matter. Two's coming. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, my geez, Louise. I was going to say, look at the roads that they built in this game, but that was me. That's what happens when you don't adjust the terrain, you know? You get a roller coaster. So it's little things like that are still broken in this game that tell me, like, there's so many things that when I look at a video from City Planner Plays about like top 20 mods and how to use them, there's so many things in the game where I'm like, oh my God, like, I wouldn't want to play Cities 2 without that. But then Egg is doing a build called Yokley, which is entirely Cities 2 vanilla. And I went back and tried to play Cities 2 vanilla after learning that. And I find it so slow and boring and like lacking creativity in comparison to CS1 on console even. Does it like, does the downtown look better? Does it look more real in scale? Yes. The game is not fun though. And this is coming from a guy that was like just running crushing death waves and 4-lane roads and highways. So like, I know it's not the best example. Kind of, you know, stones and glass houses kind of stuff right now. But this will be a prettier build. And it's the only one we can do on console because we don't have a CS2 on console. So there is that as well. But that idea that like, okay, so okay, some people can have fun with it. That's fine. But like, what's the point in upgrading to a new version of the game to buy another $400 worth of DLC to do it a little bit prettier or a little bit updated? You know, like, I don't know. As someone who used to get all the stuff for free, it's easy to play it when it's for free. Would I recommend you going out and investing in Cities 2? No. And when it comes to console and it doesn't have any of those capabilities, like, I think you got to look at it really carefully and say, is this good enough? Because there's no traffic manager. You know, they touted about new traffic AI. It's still broken and terrible, and they get into accidents now. So there's additional layers of suckage. Cities 2 is very gray, yes. I do like the colorful, cartoony palette of the suburbs in particular. There's like way too much Art Deco and weirdness, but there's a lot of good zones that we can build in now. A lot of good variety. We just need processing. Okay. We need processing, and then a bunch of stuff is getting built. Where's it getting built? Right over here. Look at that pipe overlap. Isn't that beautiful? Here, we'll make sure that we're covering all the way over there. So, yeah, so I wonder, like, I really think at this point, they've got to seriously evaluate. Well, they probably are seriously evaluating it. Let's be honest. Like, they're a year and a half, it's going to be 2 years in October since the game came out, and they still don't have a date for when they're going to finish the DLC. They're saying, like, end of the year. We're going to release the last DLC that we promised as part of the Ultimate Edition. And nothing past that. So, like, at what point it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? If they do say something, like, people are going to get mad at them for focusing on the future instead of focusing on the now, where they have a 52% rating on Steam. But like, if that's all you can muster in a year and a half, like, rough launches are one thing, but a year and a half later, where's Kanga? What was the timeline on No Man's Sky turnaround? You know what I mean? Like, they had done something good before a year and a half, I'm pretty sure. They did crawl into a hole after release and shut up. And that was a really good idea. Because nobody wanted to hear their marketing. Nobody wanted to hear Sean. They wanted to hear how they were fixing and building things. And they did consistently for years and still are, honestly. When you reassociated when you heard suckage. Oh, man. Okay, are we close? Are we close, ore industry? We need to exploit your materials, Earth. 116,000. We're above where we were. 52 million in the bank. I want to thank everybody in the city who made this 52 million possible. I apologize that all of your homes are going to be bulldozed at once. But thank you for your sacrifice. Almost there on units. 200 more to go. It's a nice haul we made so far. 52 million. I mean, look at the profits, right? We're 65,000 in the green. Now that our population is growing, when we were getting close to zero when we were at the peak of that death wave. There were so many people. Crazy. That's one of the nice things about, like, if you design the city a little more realistically, like, I think like 60 to 70,000 is a really good look for most cities. It's more than enough. We'll see if for a 25 tile, maybe not, but okay, we can drop in a bunch of workers' barracks. They're bigger though. An industrial steel. We can do glass, ore storage, and small mine. Okay, let's look at the buildings. Let's look what we got over here to the ore tab. How big are these barracks? What can we do? 20? 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 5 on a block. How many is that? That is 6. So there? No. There? There? I think right there. Let's see. Academic year report. Yay. Okay. We're still prestigious. Do we just max out the barracks for the heck of it? Like, they're worker spots, right? And they produce efficiency? And we've got 52 million in the bank? I guess I don't mind if I do. Okay. We are doing great. I'll knock out the oil industry before the weekend, and we will break out the bulldozer. So let me see if I can kind of show you what I'm thinking. Hold on a second. New tab, Canva. I think I can just download the image. Hold on a second. Share, download. And then what scene are we in? I guess I can just drop it in right there. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. So this is what I'm thinking. Kind of. You can see it overlaid almost exactly where we were just looking. That was actually a pretty good... Where were we? We were here. That wasn't too bad. That was a pretty good guess. You can see the giant grid that is not there right now. The forest, the empty clearing in the top of the map versus what was here before. But you can kind of see what I'm going for. Like the green are highway exits. So I've reconfigured one of them. There'll be one to the left, the right, and the top. And then I'm going to do a T intersection going up to the forestry section. So it's not directly connected to the city that way. It should separate out the traffic nicely. I want to have a couple straight segments 90 degrees opposite of each other in the suburbs, and then have a bit of a curved section through the middle, and maybe a large park and school system somewhere in the middle of all that. That's what I'm thinking. That's kind of what I'm thinking with the build. Now maybe that'll give you a little bit of an idea. What at least I have planned for this side of the river. Figuring this out and how the zoning drops off and where it cuts off is going to be a challenge, but it won't look like this. I've learned a lot. This is how I used to build in 2017. Actually, I used to build better than this in 2017. We're still in the junk mode, piling up the garbage plate, as it were. Okay, what could we add? Okay, we don't need a main building. We've got all the barracks we could want. In fact, there's no point in any more because we can't increase efficiency above the 20 buildings that we have, 5 apiece for 100%. We're not mining, so we're not going to worry about those. We are doing a bunch of ore grinding, which... Okay, that's ore grinding, turning it into metal. This is glass manufacturing, so let's... I guess we'll put them this way. We'll do I don't know, we'll do 3 of those for now. That's stupid probably, but it's worker spots. Do we have anything further down? So this is storage for ore. What is this storage for? Also for ore? It's just different colors. And bigger capacity. Okay, that's fine. Well, let's see. We added a bunch of barracks, a couple glass plants. Let's see. We need, what, 800 for the top tier, I believe. And we have 1,295. Is that where we were on the other one? Like, I think we're going to get there. We might be able to hit this before a death wave. Please tell me I didn't just jinx myself. I might have just jinxed myself with all the skulls that are on the screen right now. But we'll see. 73,000 plus in the budget. We're on our way to 53 mil. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so while we wait for that, again, I'll pull this up because I think, you know, again, this is where it will start to make sense and start to look, at least this side of the river will look like a city and not a complete cluster. And I think with low density, we can support that really well. On the other side of the city, though, I am going to have to consider strongly like what we do transport wise, because this is going to be a larger, we got a couple fires going. This is going to be the larger bit over here. Ooh, this one's spreading. I don't see any fire department coming. Hopefully the helicopters are going to hit it up real soon. There they come. Oh, well, there comes one, I should say. Okay, and he's coming to the same building that the helicopter put out. You idiots. Okay, 3 times speed. We're letting it ride. Normally I do a lot of cinematics, but the city is ugly and this is faster because cinematic mode is single time speed. That's another thing, and I know I've said it before, but that's just a big miss, is there is no cinematic camera now in Cities 2 that I know of. I don't think they added it in. And again, I just played it a couple weeks ago, but I didn't last long. Or maybe even just last week. But there's a decent like camera you can program shots into, but it's one shot at a time. And you can't just, you can't just kick back and enjoy your build. Which, let's see how many camera shots we have to go before it shows us a horrible traffic jam. I'm guessing no more than 4 camera shots. This is 1. There's number 2. There you go. There's our downtown. Look at all those repeated buildings. That's insane. What is that? What is that? See, that street's fine. That's normal. Quiet day. Totally fine. That's 2. We're not gonna get 4 in a row. So here's 3. Are 3 in a row normal? There's a lot of cars parked. It looks like traffic, but the roads aren't bad there. They're not terrible there. There's where they're bad. There's a backup of almost an entire block. And cars stuck in the intersection up ahead. Two was your guess? Yeah, exactly. Okay, 3 times speed again. Okay, we've got the workers. We've got 1295 spots. We want 800 workers and a bunch more resources. Okay, well, this is running at 3 times. Let's have a look through, see where things are at. Sometimes people get curious, and it's always good to check for yourself. Electricity, we're a little bit ahead. I think the only thing we're over budgeted on right now is healthcare, which helps with hearses, and garbage, which helps with garbage. Yeah, okay. So that's helping us keep up with the death waves, and we're doing fine on profit. So those things being jacked up is okay. But everything else is at 100%. Roads are back up to 100. I don't know why I turned them back up, but certainly not helping with traffic. And then everything else is default. Yeah, okay. So what do we have producing electricity? Well, we've got a couple of windmills around the map. Some just providing power to the local water intake and sewage, which are both buried in the river right now. But the main power of the city, we've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coal power plants, 2 solar updrafts, and a nuclear power plant. And I think, honestly, do we just fix this real quick? Hold on a second. We've got the money. Okay, we'll make a complex out of that at some point. That should fix our power problem. And then some, right? Yeah, so we're pretty good. I don't think we're going to get big enough to need anything more than the 2 nuclear power plants. That's not my plan, at least. I'm going to downsize this side. This side's getting downsized quite a bit because all the high density is going. There and there. That was all moved in to try and scale up to 20,000 commercial squares. And then this is getting way downsized as well, so. Okay, so electricity, we're good. We're good there. Like, that's our end game. Did we really drop that close to budget on 2 nuclear power plants? Did I speak way too soon and should put one of those solar updraft towers back? What the hell? How much do geothermals produce? 80? What are these? 640? they're connected right now, right? So like, what if we had like two of these up here in the industry built into this? That would work, right? And I think that puts us comfortably over the edge. That's assuming, though. Maybe these end up being localized power, so we don't have to have power lines coming all the way down the map. I mean, do we mix? What is this one? Ocean thermal. We could do geothermals over here. What does this produce, though? This produces 240. That's a knock. That's a big knock. Is that too tall, though, for our suburbs? Like, it's not going to be that close. We're going to put it like, maybe we put it over here in the, wow, that traffic. Maybe we put it over here in the, I think where the oil industry is going to go. And that way it's kind of off to the side of the map. We can separate a bit of trees here. But maybe that's our power solution. Okay, we're so far over now because this is connected into the same grid. Hold on a second. Can we come over here and let's turn these off for now? Because that's just way overkill if it's connected to the same grid. This is another nice one. What is this? Quiet little jam. Timothy Infinite. Another good one. A lot of good tracks. Epidemic Sound. Okay, so. Yeah, I've created a bit of a kind of crazy conundrum of power here. We could adjust budget, but we're making 50,000 and I'm just not going to worry about it for a bit. Water-wise, are we in a comfortable spot? Not especially. But we could add some quick. I mean, I may as well get it into the same zone as... what do you call it? The sewage? Because then you can adjust the budget if they're both at the same kind of coverage in the green. I don't think I need more than 3. In fact, I think the third one's going to be overkill, but let's see. I think 2 is going to be above where the sewage is at. Yeah. But whatever. We can come back and fine tune them later. We're only at 30,000, so maybe I should shut up and stop wasting money on coverage I don't need. Hold on. Close enough. Okay. Saved a little bit of money. Fire safety. Well, this place has its own helicopter depot, but it does have to go fetch the water now. I've turned off the sewage. Oh my Jesus. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, everybody. I am so sorry to this part of town. Okay, industry level up. We got to get over there in a minute. We'll put a fire station, and I'm guessing police station coverage is bad over here also. There was one not that far away. Never mind. Here, have another little mini fire station. That's crazy. Okay, we got to look at better routes over here, which we will figure out with the new layout. That'll be good because we'll centralize like a couple fire stations and be in much better shape. I should show this off because Decoy was just asking about this, and it's a good tip if you don't know. So you can do these sorts of things on a per district basis or citywide. Let's come over here. We'll paint a district real quick. And let's say you want something special in this district looks wise. Well, there's a couple ways you could do it. And I hate that they do it differently, but you could go to a district and say, hey, I want that district to be tourist focus. So there'll be hotels. I want it to be leisure's focus. So it'll be nightclubs and restaurants. Maybe I want it to be wall to wall, like the plazas and promenades, and kind of a more modern look. Or maybe I want it to be green cities, organic and local produce, small grocery stores, things like that, or just regular commercial. So you could paint it that way. But the other way you can do it, and again, it's maddening that it's like there's multiple ways you can do this. You could interact with a district and then say, hey, district styles. I want it to be European, and it shows you what zones that affects. Residential, commercial, industrial, and office, and whether it's high density or low density. So European only affects high density technically. European suburbia affects low density residential. University city, low density residential and commercial. So they all affect different things, right? Depending on what they are. Sorry, I need a drink. Okay, so this is one of my new favorites, emerging downtown. Little townhouses and like just like modern brick front 3-story commercial for your little town downtown, and then the countryside stuff. Kind of cool. I don't know. I'll try and use that at some point out in the edge of the build. But I think Brooklyn and Queens and emerging downtown could do some interesting things. Anyways, not what I came here to show. I came here to show the little button hiding up top, which once you start flipping around down here, it's like very easy not to see it. But you can come up here and you can enable style buildings. So I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to go into fire departments and look at the regular fire departments. I'm sorry, police. That was police. Fire departments. So you have the small firehouse, you have the medium fire station, and then the Plazas and Promenades DLC had the high capacity. Natural disasters had the depot. That comes with the towers, and then there's the higher capacity helicopter depot. Okay, so that's what you have. But if we go back into district styles and say enable style buildings, it's like it's hidden in there. It shouldn't be hidden there. Now when you come into the fire departments and stuff, I got the small firehouse or this small firehouse. I got this big station or this one. And if you played enough of this, like there's European maps or standard, and when it's like a North American style versus a European style, you'll see, you know, one of those or the other, but you can select it to be both. So you can use some of those buildings that you may not see as much, you know, stylistically. There's different, I feel like I haven't seen the old hospital in a long time. So there's different ones depending on, you know, what kind of maps you load into. But that option is just like, it's really hidden and disconnected from where like it's done elsewhere. Like it's just really kind of silly. Okay, well, I was rambling. We were wasting a bunch of time up here. We're having police problems, which means we might also have a fire anytime soon. So, private service, go solve our crime issue, please. That you're going I mean, I guess you kind of have to go that way. No, come, guys, literally, are you kidding me? Do you see where the crime is happening, you idiots? Turn left. Okay. Turn left. Did all the cars leave already? All the cop cars left already. Okay, great. Thanks, guys. Good work. Great job. Keep it up. Proud of you. All right. We have 900 workers. Okay, excellent. So we basically just need to ride out the resources at this point, and I will do oil before Friday, and we'll break out the bulldozer. I don't think I probably won't do an oil stream. Once we decide on a good spot, I definitely want to do parks. Whether we do, I think I'm going to separate the zoo and the theme park. Dolphin Lake might be a great spot for the theme park. Maybe I can really take my time with it and try and build a little Epcot around the lake. You know, we'll put a couple of things out here. That'd actually be kind of funny. Like maybe I need a bigger space for that, but maybe we could use like some of the like all the individual assets, paint a bunch of small zones and do like a European house, the Africa in miniature, We'll put like a unique building out there, the tax office, I don't know. Or like one of the column supported plantation type government buildings. I don't remember what it is. Tax office? This one? Tax office. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that could be the America Pavilion. We could do some things. Have the theme park here. The little world pavilion out here in Dolphin Lake. I still wonder if I can get a good dorsal fin in here. I would like to. Not too late to fill it in with sewage as well. Turn off the Eden Project for special events so we can make the whole river glow orange. We're going to have like at least one skyscraper somewhere. I don't know where yet. But scale-wise, like we've got to figure out how to step up to that and have a couple buildings here and there, but not get too aggressive about it. I want to have a kind of a reserved skyline. Not like this in our residential neighborhoods. Like, imagine you had a single family home. You saved up, little pool in the backyard. Anybody seen Up? Because this is basically Carl Fredrickson's life. Live in a small residential neighborhood. Yeah, here's Carl. Just enjoying himself. Little hot tub pool. Not the biggest pool, but, you know, modest for a balloon salesman. He walks out his front door and sees this. The hell's going on out here? He's one block away from a row of skyscrapers. That's it. I'm going to talk to the mayor. I'm going to the mayor's house. It's goddamn traffic. Don't mind me while you drive through me, you jerk. Okay, I'm not waiting for this traffic. This is ridiculous. We're gonna try and kind of like, we won't obey traffic laws, but we'll try and respect the blockage and try and work our way around it. Where are we? We're in that north residential neighborhood. So let's see if we can get all the way west to the highway. Get out. Seriously, F off Colossal with the city's two advertisements in this game. There's a crematorium right in the middle of the neighborhood. Driving here, buddy. Trying to make a complaint to the mayor's office. Okay, so here we are at an impasse. We must turn left until we get to a 4-lane street, and then we turn right. And that should take us to the highway. Come on, donut truck, get out of my way. Carl Fredrickson got places to be. Oh my God, he's murdered a moped. Officers didn't even see it. Blood splatter on the windshield. That poor moped driver. This the 4-lane? This is the 4-lane. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Beep, beep. Wait a minute. Was that the street that we wanted to turn on? No, we wanted to hit the highway up here. Okay. Okay, here. We'll hit my exit. Come on, excuse me. Time to hand in my license. I think not. I am going to the mayor's office to file a complaint. Certainly not to surrender my license. It's not my fault there's all these maniacs, crazy traffic everywhere. Bunch of jabronis waiting in line instead of stepping on it. Get out of here. What are they gonna do? Pull me over for this? This is a night. Like if it wasn't absolutely bombarded with traffic, it's not a terrible looking intersection. Like I don't know if you can picture it without the traffic or if the traffic helps depending on what part of the country you're from. But it's a pretty smooth experience. Like even when Carl steps on it. And if there wasn't all this traffic here, you could just merge. It's a pretty nice merge. It's decent. Now let's see. I'm pretty sure this is still sloped pretty crazy. This bridge drops quite a bit here. This traffic is waiting to hit a 4-lane intersection connected to the highway. Here's a hill. Oh, the front bumper's gone. The front bumper's gone. Okay. Now, we could wait in line. Excuse me! Driving here! We could wait in line to get off the highway there, but it's just so much easier just to veer off this way in front of the trucks. We lost control. We lost control. Excuse me. The mayor's house is around here somewhere. It's probably not a good thing to angrily hunt down politicians in a game, is it? I'm realizing. Not in this current climate. I probably should turn in my license. Where do I go to do that instead? GPS. Update my destination. Hey Google, is it bad if you run over a tree with your car? Hey Google, thanks. Shut up. Progressive.com says it's a high likelihood of damage to your car. You run over a tree. Shut up, Google. Enough. You made me laugh already. Yeah, exactly. Progressive. You got the same results. Perfect. I'm sorry. I thought you used okay, not hey. Or is it similar enough? Do you remember the time I turned up the A word to 10 and then played Who Let the Dogs Out? Because that was funny. Because it didn't happen to me. It went so loud somebody couldn't turn it off. They had to physically go to it. I'm so sorry. Here's more than that, I feel like, Kanga. It goes off a lot for me. We have a successful... Look at the successful farmland we built earlier. It's beautiful. We're growing so much crops. We've got the residential area supporting it. How is our oil going? I think we're just waiting on processing, right? Oh, 3 times speed. Damn, I came off of it to drive. I forgot. So yeah, we're just waiting on processing and we've got the workers. So remember the time you asked for divorce slaves? So is anybody excited for the Xbox handheld? I think it's going to be expensive, but I kind of want one. Because like remote play of cities is okay, but like this is the kind of game that I would love to play on a Steam Deck. And before you say Cities 2, I'm not, no. And the first one ran horrible on there. I know you can get 2 running on there, but 2 itself is not fun to me on a full PC platform. Not to mention with janky controls, which at least 2 is designed to support in the first place, but still. Same, but college tuition bill, yeah. Wait, I thought she wasn't there. Don't you have some free semesters coming? Gotta make some coffee? What the hell are you doing making coffee at 11 o'clock? What time you going in, man? You left off the ice cream at the end of that, right? Some coffee ice cream? Some coffee milk? Who knows? Oh, coffee milk, yay or nay? It's technically a Rhode Island thing. It's very much a New England thing. I want to find out here. I have a feeling that Kanga's Cheeky's got to be a coffee milk guy. Coffee milk, yes or no? Start poll. Yes. It's freaking delicious. Australian thing too, nice. Coffee milk's so good. Cheeky hates all coffee, really? Wild. I like a medium roast coffee with so much cream, it's basically coffee milk. Coffee in my milk? Yes. But is coffee milk something different? Yes. So I'm assuming, Adia, that you've made chocolate milk with milk and chocolate syrup. Coffee milk is milk and coffee syrup. And it's absolutely delicious. And if you like if the way that you have your coffee is quote unquote coffee in your milk, then you would probably love coffee milk. It's like a big Rhode Island thing. I think it officially started in Rhode Island. It's huge in Rhode Island. Like you walk into every gas station, every convenience store, like top shelf coffee milk. Give me a coffee milk, a pack of smokes, Ricky. And give me 2 Powerballs and a $5 Scratchy. Meet you down at the Packy. Maybe next year I'll be black. Talk about the coffee. Seriously, give coffee milk a try. It is great. There's got to be coffee syrup in a supermarket near you, and if not, you can probably get some on Amazon. Pennsylvania cannot be that disconnected from our weird New England tastes. There's got to be coffee milk in the store. You just have never seen it. It's on the top. It's like on the top shelf in the corner of an aisle, next to the Vegemite. All right. Plenty of workers, just need resources. Speaking of workers and resources, I kind of want to give that game another chance, the Soviet Republic Builder. But it was very basic building wise and more of a management thing. It's less my thing. Delightfully tasty Vegemite. Wait. Hold on a second. The Vegemite fields. Let's fill those. I can't wait to see the big piles of black tar. As soon as the truck comes in, we'll see the Vegemite fields. There's no Vegemite factory. There's no reason to put a factory down. They just throw it in big piles outdoors. And then when the supermarket wants some, they just like scoop it with a jar and throw it in the back of the truck. Come on. We need our delivery. We need our delivery, please. Our first Vegemite delivery. Guess which truck it is. Guess which truck it is. That, it's going to be a dump truck of sorts. It's going to be a dump truck. Oh, and it's going to be coming from this way, of course. Because it can't turn in from the other side, right? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where's the Vegemite? Where's the Vegemite? Where earthy taste comes from? Okay, come on. There's a truck coming up the hill right now. Here we go. Here we go. Yes! Vegemite! Look at, they're like shin deep in it. They're just walking around in it. I can't walk under there. Is this where the Vegemite gets canned? Ah! Poor Carl. He just gets shredded and thrown up here. Can we get up there? No, not without being a bird. This is taller? No. Nope. Was that a child worker? It could be. I think they just don't have feet. Excuse me, how old are you? Is it Oompa Loompas? Oh, that's interesting. Does it get dumped right in here from the dump truck, technically? And then processed? All right, well, there's our Vegemite field. The lone Vegemite field. What's happening out there? Anything? No death waves. Not too bad, at least. Oh, I say that and we're only +5 now. Couple fires going. That tree's going. We're gonna need a helicopter for that one. Spread to the other building. That's nice. It's very, I was gonna say it's very containable over here, but it's just some cinders blew down the street over this way. They're already on that one. Beautiful. It's doing fine. Don't you worry. There she is. Ice Cube Factory. Back again. The incredible rhyme animal. You know who I'm talking about, right? D, Public Enemy #1. 50 said freeze and he got numb. How are we doing over here? Beautiful. Level 5. Doing great. Okay. It's time. It's time. I'm going to... we're not going to grind this out tonight. I'm going to be responsible and get some sleep. So I will grind this one out. I will do the same with an oil industry probably over here. And then we'll have all the factories. We can worry about upgrading the park and zoo when they're built. That's totally fine. Those can be longer term projects. But at that point, tune in, I think Friday or Saturday, maybe both, 9 o'clock. Stay tuned here. Same mouse time, same mouse channel, 9 p.m. Eastern. But we're going to break out the bulldozer and we are going to annihilate this side of the river. With the exception of the forestry, we will rebuild that. With the exception of Ice Cube Factory. It is safe. And of course, we'll keep our power as well. We'll keep some very basic lines through here. As we saw... wait, hold on. Let me see how close I can get it. Ready? Like... right about there. Ready? Something like this next time. The green's kind of like a straight through. Those are the highway intersections. The oil will be up in the top left there. And we'll break out the bulldozer and completely repaint that. We're just going to make it a nice flowing little suburb area. We're going to find some spots for everybody to live in their own cute, cozy little house across the river from what will eventually be a much more downsized. We lost the baseball game. A much more downsized version of that that residential pocket. Of course, a great university build coming with cherry trees. We can't upgrade these. Did we talk about this already? You can upgrade roads. You can't upgrade assets, can you? That would be awesome if we could change the trees in these assets without mods. But we'll make our own little study hall area. We'll basically do this manually with these trees so that we can do that. And we'll create a nice little University of Washington quad. Don't worry, there'll be a competing, equally beautiful campus somewhere else for the trade school at some point down the road. It's time to get the dog out. It's time for me to quit. It's time for us to call it a night, and I will see you again most likely Friday or Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Leave a like. Ignore the traffic. It'll get better eventually, I promise. Or will it, or won't it? Stay tuned. Only way to find out. See you in the next one. Until then, Move the Mouse signing off. Bad traffic? Probably. See ya. We didn't have a really big fire tonight, did we? I'm sure that's not tempting fate, right? It's fine. Well, tune in on Friday to see if it burns. Have a good week, everybody.